Okay, next up under the special menu, we're going to take a look at the transport control. A lot of it's the very same stuff that's up on the toolbar menu, but there are some other special transport controls, and we'll take a look at those four in particular. Okay, here we are. We're in SoundForge as usual. Go up to the special menu and let's take a look at the transport menu. And basically what you've got here is you've got all the controls that you have up on the toolbars up here, and you just have access to them under the special transport menu. You also can see all the key commands for them, the equivalents, Control R, the space, Shift space for play all, play, pause, etc. The difference between play all and play, for example, play all always plays from the beginning. Play plays from wherever the playhead has been paused. So, for example, if I come down to this file, place my cursor here, and hit play by hitting the space bar, some other kinds of tracks, it plays from that spot and then jumps back to the exact same spot. However, if I hit the play all, it plays from the very beginning. This is just a quick test showing how you can and plays from the very beginning every time. Now that I've paused it and the playhead is here, if I hit the play button, it won't go back to the beginning. It'll just play from where it left off. You can take voiceovers or so that's the basic difference there. Getting back under here, and then you see all the key equivalents for everything else as well too. So it's the basic controls that you have for playing and getting around within your audio files. Now, you've got rewind and forward, which don't have key equivalents. You can customize key commands for these if you want to. Frankly, I use these so infrequently that I don't even bother with key shortcuts or anything like that, and rarely ever even use them even up under the toolbars or anything like that. So, there you go. Now, down below the line here, we've got some additional play modes. The one that's available to us right now and the one that you're in right now by using all of these functions here is the normal mode, play normal. And that's just the normal, regular stop, forward, back, forth, et cetera, go to end, play all, everything, record. There's some other modes here that are kind of interesting, though, and can be useful in terms of previewing things depending on how you want to do stuff. Now, some of these things in terms of the plugin chainer and samples and the cut list, we're going to get into a little bit later in some future movies. So I'm going to kind of show you what they are here right now real quick, but we won't really get deeply into them. All right, next under the special transport, we're going to look at some of the other modes. Let's open up the plugin chainer first here real quick. I've got it open, and I've got a couple plugins that I've already chosen, an amplitude modulation and a distortion. Now, if I go up under the transport menu and I choose the play as plugin chainer mode, if I hit the play button here, now it's going to play all of this functionality. In other words, whatever's going on in my plugin chainer is what it's going to play and preview non-destructively. Now, if I want to play normal, or some other kind, just come back up here and I get rid of everything that's in the plugin track using the. So it allows me to have a mode where I can actually preview, so that anytime so as long as I have plugins going on and as long as I have entered into the play in plugin chainer mode, then any of the paste special command. This is just a quick test showing how you can take any of the play, paste special, or stop buttons or anything like that will allow me to go back into this mode here, and I can then preview what I've got going on. Pause it, go forward, stop. Now, I can go back into play normal mode. Let's close the plugin chainer here. Another mode that you can go in is that you can go into, let's open up playlists. You can change the playlist, and we're going to see this more in another movie, but I'm just going to go do it real quick. We can change the playlist into what they call a cut list. Now, what a cut list is, and we kind of talked about playlists before, playlists allow you to rearrange and preview how things may sound edited together. If I wanted to jump from, say, playlist, in the way I've got them labeled here, playlist 1, and then play playlist 4, and then 2, and then 5. Well, what a cut list does is it actually deletes whatever you have in it out of your file. So if I take this back to the beginning and I hit play, this is just a quick test showing how you can take voiceover. This is just a quick test showing how you can take voiceovers or and it plays normally, but you can see that because it's in cut list mode, it's kind of grayed out. But if I go up here to the top and I go to play as cut list mode, then I hit play. This is just a quick test showing how you can take and mix them together with another track using the paste special command. This is just a quick test showing how you can take and mix them together with another track using the... You see how it actually plays along and then actually skips over what's in the cut list. So it's a good way of being able to kind of make edits non-destructively. You can actually select a region, make it part of the cut list, and then play in cut list mode. Again, transport, play as cut list mode. And then that way you can preview what your file is going to look like without having to make any edits or any changes. And you actually get to preview how the edit's going to sound, how things are going to sound butting up against each other, or however they're going to be. It's another cool mode. So let's go ahead and close this. The other thing you can do is if you take, let's just take this region for example. You can take a region, and again, we'll talk about this in a little bit more detail, but we're going to go ahead and create it into a sustaining sample here real quick. Now, and it says it's a sustaining loop. It tells me what I just did to it. Now when I go under Special Transport, I now have Play as Sample mode available. So that if I hit the play again, this is just a quick test showing how you can take voiceovers or some other kinds of tracks and mix them together with another track using the paste special command. Using the paste special command. Using the paste. It'll go ahead and loop what we've designated as a loop because we're in now the play as sample mode. And so it'll just keep looping that one section. So if you're creating, especially if you're creating loops for ACID, you're creating loops that you're going to use in another program such as GarageBand or Logic or something like that, you can then preview how the loop is going to sound, and you can even cut a bunch of them together if it's a bass loop or a drum loop or something like that to see how it's going to sound all together like that. And you can preview it, again, non-destructively. So that's basically all you've got under the transport controls.